had been set on fire, but he acknowledged that the area surrounding the consulate resembled a conflict zone. For hours, police Surjan Sumayya, Shiite, Tariq confirmed that 6 bodies and multiple injured were initially brought to the city's main government hospital, with the death toll rising to 9 after 3 critically wounded patients died. Around 25 people were wounded in total, some in critical condition. Protests calling it a day of mourning for the Muslim Ummah. He urged citizens not to take the law into their own hands. Sindh's provincial government issued a similar warning, asking people to express their views peacefully. The U.S. Embassy in Pakistan said it was monitoring demonstrations at consulates in Karachi and Lahore and tracking calls for further protests at the embassy in Islamabad and the consulate in Pakistan. It advised American citizens in Pakistan to avoid large crowds, stay alert, and keep their travel registration updated. Shia Muslims constitute roughly 15% of Pakistan's 250 million population, one of the largest Shia communities in the world. While anti-US and anti-Israel protests are not uncommon in Pakistan, clashes of this scale and lethality are rare. Ayatollah Khamenei was killed in strikes by the US and Israel earlier on Saturday. The great nation of Farantha, lofty spirit of the esteemed leader of the great nation of Iran and the vanguard of the Islamic Ummah, His Holiness, Imam Khamenei, by partaking of the sweet nectar of martyrdom in the blessed month of Ramadan, ascended to the highest celestial realms. Shockwaves rippled through Iran as state television announced the death of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei in an American-Israeli strike over the weekend. Hours earlier, U.S. President Donald Trump had confirmed that Khamenei had been killed in a joint U.S. Israel strike on multiple Iranian targets, escalating an already explosive confrontation. Iran's Fars news agency, affiliated with the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, reported that Khamenei's daughter, son, and grandchild were also killed in the strikes. Citing informed sources, it added that one daughter-in-law may have died as well, though earlier reports of family casualties had been denied, adding layers of confusion and contradiction. Meanwhile, intelligence and military sources told CBS News that nearly 40 senior Iranian officials may have perished in the coordinated attacks, including the IRGC commander and the defense minister. It remains unclear whether the strikes targeted a single location or multiple high-value sites across the country. As Iran reeled from the reported decapitation of its leadership, uncertainty gripped the region. Iran had been unleashing missiles and drones across the Middle East since the previous day, targeting Gulf states that host American forces, including air and naval bases. For 47 years, the Ayatollah regime has been shouting death to Israel, death to America. It has shed our blood. It has murdered many Americans, and it has massacred its own people. Today, everyone understands this murderous terror regime must not acquire nuclear weapons, which would allow it to threaten our existence and the peace of all humanity. We have entered this battle to fundamentally change this situation, to put an end to this threat. This morning, in a powerful and decisive surprise attack, we successfully destroyed the compound of dictator Khamenei, situated deep within the heart of Tehran. For 3.5 decades, this cruel dictator unleashed terror across the world, impoverished his own people, and constantly, relentlessly, worked on his plan for the destruction of Israel. That plan is now gone, and there are many indications that this dictator is also no more. Where was Ayatollah Khamenei? Speculation about the location of Iran's supreme leader grew louder after the United States and Israel launched an attack on Tehran. Finally, to the great proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will probably be your only chance for generations. For many years, you have asked for America's help, but you never got it. No president was willing to do what I am willing to do tonight. Now, you have a president who is giving you what you want. So let's see how you respond. America is backing you with overwhelming strength and devastating force. Now is the time to seize control of your destiny and to unleash the prosperous and glorious future that is close within your reach. This is the moment for action. Do not let it pass. Just a short while earlier, Israel and the United States had launched a joint operation, Operation Lion's Roar. The operation's goal is to put an end to the threat from the Ayatollah's regime in Iran. At this very hour, the Israel Defense Forces are launching strikes against targets of the oppressive regime facilities of the Revolutionary Guards and the besieged, in coordination with the United States military, ballistic missile sites that pose a direct threat to both Israel and U.S. forces. This operation will continue for as long as it is deemed necessary. Over the past few months, the tyrants in Iran have been plotting to reconstruct their nuclear and missile capabilities, and to conceal them deep underground where we won't be able to reach them. If we do not stop them right now, they will become completely immune. And for this very reason, their representatives in these negotiations are attempting to gain precious time. They are trying to buy time in a completely futile and deceitful negotiation with our American friends. We have now undertaken Operation Lion's Roar, an operation that is significantly more powerful than Operation White Valley, which was already very powerful. While we are undertaking this endeavor in full, complete cooperation with our friends in the United States under the courageous leadership of President Trump, together with the United States, we will deliver a severe blow to the regime of terror. We will create the necessary conditions to allow the brave Iranian people to cast off the oppressive yoke of this murderous regime. Anyone who lays down their weapons, including those serving within the regime's forces, will ensure their safety and secure their future. The Iranian people, with all their diverse communities, the Persians, the Kurds, the Azaris, the Balakas, the Afghans, and every other citizen of this truly magnificent nation, this is your golden opportunity to establish a new and genuinely free Iran. Take your destiny firmly into your own hands. The United States and Israel launched an attack on Iran on Saturday, with explosions reported near the offices of Khamenei. However, an Iranian official told Reuters that Khamenei was not in Tehran and had been moved to a secure location. Khamenei did not make a public appearance in the days before the attack and has not been immediately seen since. During the 12th-day war in June, he was believed to have been taken to a secure location away from his Tehran compound, having succeeded the Islamic Republic's late founder, Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini. Ali Khamenei had been the country's supreme leader since 1989. Khamenei wielded influence since the 1979 Iranian Revolution, having served as Iran's defense minister and then supervising the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps before being elected president in 1981. Khamenei had also skipped the annual February 8th meeting, a decades-old ritual where Iran's Air Force commanders usually pledge allegiance. When Donald Trump deployed warships ahead of the attack, Khamenei had issued a chilling warning to U.S. forces. Israelis took shelter in an underground parking lot in central Tel Aviv on Saturday, as air raid sirens sounded following the launch of Iranian missiles toward the country after strikes carried out by the United States and Israel against Iran. We were expecting these events, and we're not really surprised. But it's not really nice to be in this situation. However, we are highly trained, and we're not worried. We have full confidence in our defense forces, and I'm sure we're going to win. We look at this in the long term. We suffer today, but we do hope that it will resolve the problems of tomorrow. The Iranian regime is not just a threat to Oz people who live here in Tel Aviv, but for the entire world. I think last time we didn't have the full kind of American military behind us, and this time I think they know what their main objective is. So I think, yeah, there's a possible chance of changes happening, but let's see.